the solstices and the equinoxes for many cultures were really important dates. And before written calendars existed, we had to use the sun to mark all of our systems of time. So my name is Christopher Palma. I'm a teaching professor in the Department of Astronomy and Astrophysics at Penn State University. The solstice is coming up this year on June 20th. And so I always ask people to think about how you see the sun change over the course of the year, right? If you think about those winter days, the sun only gets about this high. Spring and fall, the sun gets maybe this high. And then when you think about summer, you think about the sun being almost overhead. And so the sun actually makes a path, getting higher and lower over the course of the year. And the solstice marks the moment when it's at its highest point at noon for the entire year. We're going to have earliest sunrise, latest sunset, so the longest number of hours of daylight for the entire year, and then we're going to have the shortest night of the year. And so if you're one of those folks who really enjoys those long summer days, you can be out until 9:30 and it's still bright out. That's what we're going to have on the solstice. We may feel a little bit detached from that. We might not pay as close attention to the sun as our ancestors did, but really, the seasonal changes that we all experience, these longer days. I know so many people who tell me they look forward to the later sunsets. They look forward to the longer days. There's lots of evidence. Many cultures, for example, Native Americans would mark the solstice. You would have this mountain that was considered a sacred mountain, and there would often be like a notch in the mountain, and folks would mark on the exact date when the sun sat in that notch. That would tell you that the solstice is here. There are other ways in which people would use petroglyphs, cave paintings, to mark the date of the solstice. The sun would hit a particular spot in a cave on exactly noon, on exactly the solstice. And the reason people cared so much is that all of our agricultural history is tied into these dates. You would have to plant at a certain time, you would have to harvest at a certain time. And if you didn't have a written calendar, using the sun was how you knew when to do those things.